All right, let's have a look inside here. Oh, wow. That is the water that they were probably bathing in. Well, this is what was feeding into the tank below and giving them the hot water as well. Ugh, nice. What's happening, people? Welcome back to today's video. Now, this was my last install of 2023. It was an emergency install. It was an emergency conversion. I'd advised the customer. It was one that I'd been to earlier on in the year. I'll put a link to the video above here and I'll put it in the description below as well. It was the one where I ended up finishing the job for free because there was a lot going on. There was basically wiring issues there. There was a leak and this, that, the other. And I'd advise the customer because the cold water storage tank was showing signs of wear and tear. It was basically rusting through. And I told them that, look, you need to get this sorted before it turns into an emergency. This was back in the summer. Spring, April, May time, I think it was. But obviously, when it's not a problem, people just tend to put it to the back of their minds. But when it becomes a problem, all of a sudden, it's now an emergency. And this was literally the week before Christmas. So I had to move things around. Obviously, it was a conversion, so I wasn't going to let it go just like that. But it was still like I had to obviously move things around. I had to get Josh in. He had to move things around. But we got it done. It was an absolute pig of a job because the storage tank, you'll see, the cold water storage tank, I didn't know how bad it was going to be, but it was bad. The boiler side wasn't too bad. The flush wasn't too bad. Did it over 2 days, got Josh to help me out on the first day to get the boiler done and the conversion done and everything. And then I just went back the second day to do the flush. But have a watch of the video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoying the content that I'm putting out. I've noticed that viewing numbers have dropped. A lot of my videos are coming in at like sort of, well, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 even. So if there's something that I'm doing which, you know, is not engaging you guys, please let me know. Drop a comment below. Let me know what I can do to try and get you more interested in the videos and stuff. Is there anything you want me to change up, or just some feedback would be really appreciated, because it does take a lot of time and effort to edit the videos, especially where I'm trying to get 3 videos out a week with 2 kids and work and everything. So it is a little bit disheartening when the videos don't rank as high as they used to. I don't know if it's just the time of the year. I don't know if January is a slow month, but yeah, just let me know if there's anything that I can do to improve things. I'll try my best to do so. But yeah, I'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, last install before Christmas. You guys might remember this one. I'll put a link to the video above where I came here last time if you haven't seen it already. This was the one where I had the Worcester Bosch system boiler and they had a leak from the flat above. And then there was a problem with the electrics. I was here for, I think, across 2 days, half day on one day and a half day the second day, trying to figure out what was going on with the electrics. It ended up being just an external fault somewhere with the electrics. I couldn't figure out what it was. It wasn't anything to do with the controls. It wasn't anything to do with the boiler. Just watch the other video and you'll see what I went through to try and figure out what was going on. The cold water storage tank was starting to rust, and I did advise the customer that better to get that swapped out sooner rather than later before it starts to split. So we're going to try and get this done for them today because it has started to leak. Luckily, the system's already pressurized. We've already got flow, gas, a cold supply, return, PRV, condense, that's all there. I've just got to pull a hot feed over from the kitchen sink there. So that's going to go behind all this. And then up to here, I might just run it in HEP and then come up in copper here just to try and make it a little bit easier. Josh has got the fun task of doing the conversion in the airing cupboard, which...
It's not a good start either. It started off with flat.
Oh, there's all flatheads everywhere. Oh, we love flatheads. Not. So just to show you what the airing cupboard looks like, it's tight. So this is the airing cupboard space. So 3 ports got to come out. We've got to convert this system to a combi, get all this ripped out so the customer will have more storage space as well. And then yeah, that's the wiring center where yeah, things were just not going right. This has all been disconnected already, as you can see, and we're going to start draining down, get this ripped out. Josh is going to be focusing on this, I'm going to be focusing on the boiler, and then we're going to meet in the middle, and hopefully I'll get the boiler done, he'll be getting that done, and I can give him a hand, or vice versa. We're going to pre-dust the system at the end of the day, and I'm going to come back tomorrow to do the power flush. So is the seal system ready? I don't know. It shouldn't be too dirty, but I don't know when they sealed it if the previous people did a flush or not. We'll find out. There's no filter on the system either, so putting in a backseat 824 combi, so it comes with the filter in the box already, 10-year warranty and everything. So should be a good day. Let's get it done. Right, boiler's off the wall, and they did have a pressure problem. Pressure kept dropping. Now I can see expansion vessel. Look at that, completely split. So that's why they've been having problems with the pressure dropping as well. So hopefully there's no leak on the system, because everything else is buried in concrete. Hopefully that's what the reason was, that the pressure kept dropping. Josh is currently decommissioning this. So he's busy grinding the rivets out of that frame because it's tight to get everything out. So he's doing that. I'm going to get the rest of the boiler off the wall and then get the new one on and everything. And then at least I can start piping up over here. Right, a slight hiccup, speed bump, however you want to call it. The cold water storage tank in there is too wide to come out the doorway. So Josh should have to cut it in situ and then try and get it out. So I've got the bracket on the wall. I'm going to sort the boiler out, get the boiler hung, and then I'll give him a hand with that. And my van alarm keeps going off because I think there's just loads of delivery drivers driving past it. Cool, that's that. Right, let me get the boiler, all the connections on it. Oh, it's still going off. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to get the boiler connections done and then get the boiler hung and then give Josh a hand to get that tank out. Okay, so boiler's on the wall. Got a fair bit of space below to sort the pipe work out. The return I'm probably going to have to cut down lower here anyway, because I've got to fit in a filter, get around this spur. Obviously, luckily, whoever's done the electrics, they've marked out where the cable's running. So that is for the extractor and socket there. So I'll cut that there, probably stick the filter maybe somewhere here, and then bring that round up into there. The cold is here, so I'll probably just from there elbow up into there. Gas, I'll have to, because I think I'll need to get access to that. But yeah, probably don't want to go over that just in case anyway for access in the future. So again, gas I'll have to bring round that way. The hot then is going to be a tad tricky because actually I'm going to see if I do ever need to get into there again, because if my memory serves me well, I'll have a look at it when I take it all apart. I think I've done all my connections there, so that doesn't need to be accessed anymore. So I might be able to pipe in front of it. If I can do that, then I'll bring the gas over here, straight up, if I can. It's not too close to the cold here. And then I can sneak the hot where the gas is into there. The condense luckily is on this side already, PRV's on the opposite side, so I'll have to sort that out. Or worst case, if I need to keep that, I'll probably have to make another incision here and then maybe bring the hot across it and into it. We'll see. Josh is still struggling with that tank, trying to get it all cut out in pieces. So yeah, this bit I don't think is going to be too bad. That bit is going to be the headache. Let's see how he's getting on. How you getting on?
Yeah, all good, mate, yeah.
Oh, it's making a hole in it, so then we can cut sideways through it as well. Yeah. One of those variables that wouldn't have known, but yeah, we'll get it done. All right, let's have a look inside here. Oh, wow. That is the water that they were probably bathing in. Well, this is what was feeding into the tank below and giving them the hot water as well. Ugh. Nice. All right, boiler progress. Return, cold and flow are done. I've worked out what was the deal with the electrics from last time round. So basically the switch live from inside the airing cupboard, every time that was sending power back to here, it was tripping it out. So I can't piggyback off the switch live in there. I can piggyback off the live earth and neutrals in there. So I'm going to do that. So that's bringing my live earth and neutrals to here. And then inside here, I've basically connected the black. I've linked that to the permanent live here. So that's going to be my common. And now from here, I can basically just put the stat probably either here or here, wherever I can get the cable up to. So it's a bit of a roundabout way, but that fuse spur on the right powers the wiring center inside there, which is linked out to the live earth and neutral, which comes back to the boiler here, which is then going to be this cable. So we're going to have a live earth, neutral, common, and then from there I'll probably get another bit of 5-core which will power the boiler. So at least that's that sorted. Now Josh has just finally had some success with getting the tank cut open. Wow. You look like you've been working in the mines.
Don't talk about it.
So yeah, he's managed to split one half of it. It's been an absolute pig. He's been at this for how long? It's been about a couple of hours, I think. So he's finally managed to get that split. Probably the dirtiest I've ever seen my power tools. Finally getting some proper use out of it, eating through batteries, eating through blades. So I'm going to give him a hand to get this out and take this downstairs now. And then we can get the tank out, the cylinder out after that. And I'll call the scrap guy to come and collect all of that in one hit. So yeah, I'm just going to give him a hand and get that out now, and then we'll crack on. Oh man, what a mess today is becoming. So cold return, gas flows down. I've just got to bring the hot over now, and I have found down there's a hot feed for the washing machine, so I'm going to bring that over here. I'm just going to run it in HEP behind here, then bring it up here. Gas, I've pinged it that way, that's up there. But this is the real yeah, this is the state of the bathroom. Don't worry, it will all get cleaned up before all the comments start dropping in, but that's the state of that. It's been an absolute nightmare. It's taken Josh, what's the time? It's 3:30. It's taken him pretty much, well, the whole time just to try and rip out the tank. We've got the cylinder out. Look at the state of him. Coal miner. So there's not a lot we can do with regards to converting it, because pipes are just coming out of concrete. We can't remove that bottom base because the pipes are coming through it as well. So we're going to literally just have to link it out as best as we can. So he's going to focus on that. We've just ordered a bit of lunch, and now I'm going to try and start pulling the hot feed over and try and get the boiler at least all piped up, and then sort the flue out and all that. But yeah, it's been a lot more involved than we initially imagined. But yeah, it's one of those jobs. Just got to crack on with it. All my angle grinder blades are done. Batteries will be done. I mean, look at the state of that Unilight as well. Well, we're making progress. Things are happening. That's the main thing. We just got to get it done today. Obviously I'm going back tomorrow to flush it, but just got to make sure we get all the boiler and everything done today. So keep things moving now. So this is day 2 of this job. Yesterday, I can't remember where I finished filming, but it just honestly got to a point where I couldn't be bothered. The day was getting on. I didn't actually leave here till 9:30 last night because I wanted to get everything done. Poor Josh, he looked like a coal miner because ripping out that tank, it just absolutely destroyed him. It went through every single angle grinder blade. All my angle grinder blades got used, kept going through batteries left, right and center. Yeah, it was just a nightmare trying to get it out. But it's out. I'll show you the conversion bit in a second. It doesn't look great, but like I said, it's because we were governed by the way the pipes were coming out the floor. It's all coming through concrete flooring at odd angles and this, that, the other. So we literally had to do what we could with what we had. There really isn't much else we could have done with it. I know some people will say, will comment or whatever, which is fine. but this is what we had to do. So this is how we've done it. Boiler wise, that's all done. In fact, let me just flick it on for now because I just want it to get a bit warm. And they've been running it overnight and today as well, because I added some X800 into the system. There's only 4 radiators here, so that's been circulating overnight. Oh, why does that keep clicking off? I think let's just pop it on from here. Yeah, there we go. So that was all done. Flue was all done. Contents done. PRV done. Stats done. So literally yesterday I pulled a late one because I wanted to get the boiler 99% done. All I've got to do today is flush and commission. That's the stage I want to be at. So I'm starting today at, well, it's 5 to 1 in the afternoon. Tired. Just went to, this is all I'm doing today, just getting the system flushed out and then going home. Let me show you what the converted cupboard looks like now. So obviously we got rid of the tank and everything, managed to get out the galvanized base as well, and yeah, that's what we were left with, and that's what we had to work with. Some of you may have some comments, which feel free, but we were literally set with what we had. Pipes coming out of the concrete, that one there's a pull bend on there. I wasn't going to start messing around with that pipe coming out the floor, so where we had the straightest bit came off of there onto there. That was the cylinder return, and that literally, as you can see, is coming at an angle, so that's just been capped there. This was the hot water draw off, so that's been capped, and then this was our cold main, so that's coming up and then teeing off to the other various services. So that's all good. Wiring, this one was basically, this uni light's going to die as well. You can look at the state of my uni light as well. Josh was using it inside that tank and it's just got completely bad. This is after I gave it a clean with some big wipes yesterday, but it's just filthy. So yeah, the problem that we had last time on this job was every time there was a switch live going from, so that fuse spur, I'll put the link to the actual other video so you can see exactly what I went through. That fuse spur on that side of the wall goes into that wiring center there, but from that wiring center, every time we sent a switch live back to the boiler here, it kept tripping the RCD. So, but if you just had a live earth and neutral, it stayed on. So luckily there was a 5-core cable coming out of there going into the boiler, which was this cable here. So what I've done, that cable was going into the old boiler. I've utilized that cable as power going to the wireless receiver, and from there I've doubled up on the lives and neutrals at earth to go into the boiler. And also because there was a 5-core there, I was able to do some linking out in there. So one of the cores, I've linked it with the permanent life so I can use it as a common. So then in here I've got my live neutral, one of the cables is a common, and then obviously from here I'm also taking live earth and neutral, and then my switch live back into the boiler. So wiring side's all done. Even the way they've done the wiring here, I'm lucky that they've actually marked out the way the cables goes, which is why there's no clips anywhere here, because there's cables running everywhere, but everything's solid, like nothing's moving. So I'm gonna now get on with the flush. Let's see how dirty the system is. Right, let's see what the filter looks like after running overnight. Not too bad actually, not bad at all. So perhaps the system won't be that dirty after all. We'll find out in a minute once we properly start flushing. So machine's all connected. I'm just using the filler to fill it up for the moment. So the return side has been isolated. I've left the flow side open just so that I can fill up the machine via the filling loop, because I left my hoses downstairs. So I'm going to go back to the van and grab them, and then I'll pull the dishwasher out and get onto the cold water connection on there. But I'm just filling up with that for now. It's filling, so it's probably going to be slower through that filling loop. I might just go down and get the hoses just so I can speed it up. But yeah, let's see how we get on. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad a flush. Right, this is interesting. So although that didn't pick much up, have a look at the color of that water. Black. So I reckon we might get a good catch out of 4 rads after all. Let's see. Right, we're dumping. First rad. That one is getting dumped. So yeah, it is pretty dirty. I'm going to agitate it as well. Whilst it's dumping, just pull it out of the dishwasher, taking the cold feed straight off of there. Right, let's grab this. Let's give this a little bash. I'm not going to go too hard because of the age of the rads. Do that a bit more and see what we pick up. Right, let's have a look at these magnets. These people need to stop calling me. Right, only 4 rads. Let's see how much dirt we have. That's not bad for 4 rads, I guess. Not as bad as I thought it would be, which is a good thing, considering there is only 4 radiators. So get this cleaned up and then get packed up and then commission. Okay, we are all done. So it's all been flushed out, it's been commissioned. All the readings were spot on, which I didn't doubt for a second because gas meter's there, boiler's there, so there's not going to be any problem with working pressure. FJ readings are all good. Flow and return temperatures all fine. It's only 4 radiators here, so I had to commission it quick because the room heats up pretty quick, or the property heats up pretty quickly. That's the last install of 2023. Hope you enjoyed this one. Whenever you guys are watching this, it's probably going to be going online sometime in the new year. But all done, dusted, signing out. Have a good one. Don't forget to do all the usual, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you in the next one.